Hey everybody, NavyDoc5184 here, and welcome to another reaction video. And we got a real special one today. We are doing a double reaction. We are reacting to Life on Mars. First, we're doing a David Bowie original version, and then right after that, we're going to go into a cover version done by Aurora. So there is a very specific reason I wanted to do this, is because Aurora is a new artist that I've been introduced through these reactions, and she's proven to be an absolute talented artist that I think needs to get a lot more recognition. And I'm feeling the same way about David Bowie. Now granted, I knew David Bowie, I knew some of his work, and I really liked some of his work, but I wasn't familiar with all of his work, and a lot of the new stuff you guys have introduced me to makes me feel like he needs to get some more love. So I figured, what better way to bring these two worlds together than to do a song that they both have done. So I know that there are a couple of fans who follow my reactions for each of these artists very closely, and I'm expecting to see you all here. You already know who you are. The one thing that I ask of you prior to me starting these reactions is I'm pretty sure you are going to have your own opinions on which one is better. I don't care if you share those opinions. That is perfectly fine. Just please, for the love of everything good and true, do not get at each other's throats if they have different opinions. That is the beauty about music. It is going to touch different people in different ways. There might be people where Aurora's version touches them, you know, one way. There might be some people where Bowie's version touches them, you know, a little more. And it could be for very different reasons. The beautiful thing about it is they're all valid reasons and do not need to be attacked. So please just keep it cool. Just because someone might like Bowie's version better doesn't mean they're trying to do personal digs on Aurora fans, and vice versa. So we're going to go ahead and start with Bowie's version, since that is the original. Very curious to see what this is, because this is a song I have not heard before. So based off the title of it, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of expecting maybe something a little out there, but we shall see. Let's go ahead and see what Mr. Bowie has in store for us.
It's a god-awful small affair.
That wasn't quite what I was expecting for a start.
The girl with the mousy hair, but her mommy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken
Digging that little harmony they had in there.
to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools if they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the low man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know.
Yo, that line right there, law man beating up on the wrong guy. You know, with everything that's gone on this past year, it's, you know, that line does kind of hit. Now granted, when he wrote this song, which I don't know when he wrote the song, you know, I'm sure that stuff like that was probably happening on the regular, so it probably really meant nothing. Whereas the fact that every now and then it still kind of happens now, it kind of makes it, I think, hit a little deeper, because that's something that should not be a regular feeling, you know. And I'm sure that until that all gets taken care of, that's going to be a line that's going to hit a lot of people hard. But outside of that, one of the things I'm finding very impressive about this song so far, it definitely was not what I expected. I was expecting something a little more wild, but I liked how it kind of started off nice and slow, and then he built up the intensity, and now it's kind of like, it almost feels like it's coming back down a little bit. So yeah, I'm kind of like digging that little roller coaster. Let's see where the song takes us from here.
Who's in the best-selling show? Is there life on Mars?
Yeah, bringing it back down, bringing it back down. Still a little bit of intensity there, though. I like it.
It's on America's tortured brow.
Now it's back to a calm. Nicely done. Very curious about that line, what that means.
Now the workers have struck for fame, 'cause Lennon's on sale again.
I'm sure y'all saw me smile right before he hit up that line. I thought that was kind of funny. You know, he's talking about the fame because Lennon's on sale again. It just, to me, it's just funny just because of the fact, you know, David Bowie has a song Fame that was written by John Lennon. It's like, I just thought that was funny. That's just me, you know, just a little thing I caught up on. But yeah, that was kind of cool. Yo, but yeah, like I said, this song is so far nothing like what I've expected. I was expecting something a little wild. Started off nice and slow, then he put that intensity way up and then kind of brought it back down to a calm. Now we're in that calm phase, but we know he's going to hit that intensity again. But so far, very masterfully done. Love it. Love it. Love it.
See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds, to my mother, my dog, and clowns.
Okay. Well, speaking of wild,
It's a sad thing more, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be written again, as I ask you to vote for some sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the old man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know.
yep, one day you will.
Who's in the best-selling show? Is there life on Mars?
Ain't that true though? Ain't it? Sounds like we're about to bring it down to the finish here. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. All right, nicely done. I like that. You know, one thing I know I have constantly said in my David Bowie reactions is this man needs to get a lot more recognition for his vocals. This dude, like I know, like, before I really started going on this David Bowie journey, like I always felt him to have kind of like a mid to low range in terms of vocals. I did not realize the range he really truly had until I started listening to more of his stuff, especially some of his older stuff. And it's just like, you know, it's like I almost feel I've cheated myself out of really appreciating the greatness that is David Bowie, because, you know, it's just like I just had to kind of like this one, like I had this idea of what David Bowie was. I remember when I first heard his song Golden Years, like I didn't think that was him. Like the voice, I was like, well, that kind of sounds like him, but he doesn't do that type of music, you know, because it had like a bluesy feel to it. Then I learned that was him. Like, wait a minute now, I didn't know he did stuff like that. And even now, some of the stuff I'm listening to, like I remember listening to This Is Not America, I'm like, man, this dude's got some serious funk and soul to him too. It's like, what does this guy not touch, you know? And then he's got his normal rock, you know, and he's got like new wave stuff, you know, like, oh man, As the World Falls Down, I think was a great eye-opener for me in terms of just really how far he would go. You know, it's kind of like the stuff I kind of like expected from him, but at the same time, it was like, it wasn't anything crazy or anything like that, you know? It's like, it almost kind of like felt like the beginning of what New Wave was going to be, you know, paving the way for people like Duran Duran, New Order, Depeche Mode, groups like that, you know? So, and we know he's been an influence because I'm about to go and do a reaction to somebody doing a cover of this very song. So, let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. I'll gotta get on Miss Aurora here and see how she handles this song. Welcome back, my friends. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into Aurora's version of this. So I chose this version specifically because I've done a reaction to a song that she did on this concert, and I love the setting, and I'm very curious to see what the instrument setup she has for this, how it'll go, and just her live performances are just off the chain. It's almost like if you guys suggest a song, if I have an option of doing like a studio version or a live version, I'm probably going to choose the live version. I'm not going to lie, because her live performances are off the freaking chain, and I'm very curious to see where she goes with this song. This is going to be a good one. I can't wait.
Dette er en veldig, veldig, veldig vakker sang. Han er ikke min. Selv om jeg kunne ønske at han var min. Kanskje han er litt alle sin.
Alright, so before she even gets into it, I gotta start there. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I know I watched her do a cover of Across the Universe, which was absolutely fantastic. You guys should watch it. I'll leave a card to my reaction to that right over there, so make sure you give that a check out at some point. But that was really cool what she did there. I don't know why I liked that so much. You know, just the idea, you know, how she was acknowledging it wasn't her song, she was the what, but maybe in a way it is everybody's. It's like, you know, isn't that what makes a song great? How it can kind of, you know, when you write it and you can make it belong to everybody, you know? So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mom is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but a friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through a sunken dream to the seed with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a saddening bore, 'cause she lived it 10 times or more, and she could spit in the eyes of fools as they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go.
So I don't know about you guys, but I think she's doing a fantastic job covering this. One of the things that I love about her live performances is her ability to convey emotion. So it's like it's like with David Bowie, it's like I was getting that, you know, and I'm sure with listening to her, you know, I can get it, but like I'm watching her movements, I'm watching her eyes, and I love how she just conveys such emotion with her songs. It's amazing. You need to check out more of her stuff if you haven't already. Yeah, man, this is something else, y'all. This is something else.
It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. He's on the best-selling show.
right, so you know, one of the other things I love about her stuff is how she can do so much with so little. Like, I was expecting a lot more, like, based off what I heard from the original song. I was kind of like expecting more in terms of instrumentation, but the fact that it's just that keyboard that's playing along with her and the rest is just her, like, for me makes that very impressive. And she's being very slow and methodical with the lyrics, with the tone and everything. It's like, dude, it is, oh, it's a thing of beauty. She's doing such a beautiful job with the song. You know, it's like, I love how she's has the ability to take a song, put her own spin on it without ruining the song. You get some people that kind of like put their own spins on songs and they kind of ruin the song. Whereas with her, it's like she'll put her own spin on a song and, you know, keep it just as good, you know, and maybe, you know, in some people's opinion, make it better. You know, I wouldn't say I've heard her do a cover. I mean, I've only heard her do one cover, and I wouldn't say it's better than the original, but it is just as good. I will give her that. It's just as good, you know, and she put her own spin to it. So, you know, she really treats these songs with such a respect, and I love that.
See the mice with a million horns, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds. To my mother, my dog and clowns. But the film is a saddening bore, 'cause I read it 10 times or more. It's about to be written again, as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. He's on the best-selling show.
Looks like it's getting to him a little bit.
Is there a life on Mars? Is there a life on Mars?
Yo, well done. That was freaking outstanding. So, where do we stand from here? Y'all really didn't think I was just gonna leave and just leave commentary and not tell you which version I thought was better, did you? I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted because this is my introduction to the song, so it's like it almost doesn't feel fair for me to say which one I feel is better. But I actually do have a favorite version of the song. So if I look at different points here, so I'm gonna start with, you know, obviously I'm gonna give a point to Bowie for, you know, coming up with the song. The song is fantastic, lyrics are great, you know, love that, you know, but I won't count that as a point against Aurora because, you know, obviously it's not her song, so it's kind of hard to give someone a point just for writing the song and count it against the other one, but you give that to Bowie, you know. And the thing that I loved about Bowie is how it started off as a calm, and then he like really got real intense with it, and then brought it back down, which was great. Whereas with Aurora, even though she did have some power in her voice, it was for the most part a real calm song. And that to me, I think, was her advantage, is the fact that it was she did very little with the song in terms of going from calm to intense and back. But I think that's what made it great, is the fact that she had some power in there, but it was kind of like a calm power to it, and that's probably where I'll give her an edge on that one. I'm gonna give Bowie an edge on that because I like the fact that he had more in there, and it almost felt like you kind of got a real feel for some of the chaos. I don't think chaos is the right word, but when he started adding more instruments and everything that grew the intensity, I feel like that added to the song a lot as well. So it's like I gotta give him a point for that. Definitely, it's dead even in terms of vocals. I think they both did a great job vocally with the song. I can't really argue for or against another in terms of that. It's like when one's strengths, one's weaknesses, it's hard to really say this one did this one better and this one did this better. It's like that's kind of the whole idea. Like if she tried to do it the way Bowie did, it wouldn't work. Whereas if Bowie was alive and he tried to do it the way she did, maybe he'd be able to do it, but probably not. But that's not a point for or against anybody. It's the idea of knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are and making sure you stick with their strengths. And I think she stuck with her strengths and not trying to do it like Bowie, but she took the song, made it her own, and did a fantastic job with it, and treated the song with a great respect, I feel. So in terms of the vocals, it's like dead even for me on that one. And I can't really think of what other points to really go off of. So the moment of truth, which version did I like better? Aurora's, only because there's just something about when you take a song and you really simplify it and break it down, like it's just something about doing that to a song that just really gets to me personally. Like there are some songs, like you hear some song, like I've heard some songs that I've heard like studio versions of them, and then I'll hear like a live acoustic version of them what's really broken down, and I love the broken down versions more times than not. I love those much more. It's just something. It's kind of like when you just get to the bare bones of it, and just stick with that. That just makes it so great. A perfect example is the song "Across the Universe." Like I love how simple it is. The Beatles song "Yesterday" is a great song. It's just a guitar and strings and Paul McCartney's vocals. Going to the Beatles again, the song John Lennon wrote, "Julia," is one of my favorite songs he's ever written, and it's just him. It's just him, his vocals, and a guitar. It's just something about having a song that's just so simple that I wish I could pinpoint what it is. So, and that is the only reason. Like, if I had to pick one version, it would be Aurora's version, is because it was just her vocals and a keyboard, and that was it. And she was able to do so much with just that. That is the only thing that would have me push it over. And as I said, it's nothing against the original. That's just completely personal preference. That's why I said at the beginning, different songs are going to touch people differently. There might be people who like David Bowie's version better. Maybe it's because it's the first one they heard. If I had heard that song and known it for years before I heard this, I would probably stick with Bowie's. The fact that I was introduced to the song today and I heard both these versions back to back, probably helped me a little bit to come up with a little more, I don't want to say objective, because this is still purely subjective. It is obviously my opinion, but those of you that will come on and say that you feel David Bowie's version is better on you, I'm not gonna knock you for that. you have your reasons for that, you know, and I understand that. Like I said, that is the beauty of music. You can take both of these songs, hear them both at the same time. One is going to hit you in a way that the other doesn't, and that's okay. You know, we're not all the same. We're not all going to like the same stuff, nor should we. That would make music very boring. Let's keep music great, and let's appreciate what makes music great, and the fact that, you know, there are some songs that aren't meant for everybody. There are some songs that are meant for everybody. I think this is a song that's meant for everybody, but maybe, you know, one version more for the other. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, outside of that, I thought that, you know, for me that was a fun reaction. I think I need to do these more often. You know, find like original versions and then reactions to cover songs on them and see which ones I like better. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And if you just stick around for a few more seconds at the end of the video, you can subscribe to the channel from there if you have not already. You can definitely check out some of my other music reactions and even some of my gaming videos if you haven't checked those out already. And definitely leave a comment. Let me know which version did you prefer, and even go into details why. But like I said before, please keep it respectful. There's going to be a lot of different opinions in there, and that is okay. I love that. I love that having different opinions, but we can do it with respect to each other. All that being said, I'll catch y'all down the road.